Next will be House File 1354, Representative Moeller. And Representative Moeller's motion is going to be that House File 1354 be re-referred to the Public Safety, Finance, and Policy Committee. And there is a DE1 amendment. And I assume, Representative Moeller, that you want to move the DE1 amendment to put the bill in the order in which you want to discuss it?
That's correct, Madam Chair.
And do you want to give us a few words about what you're doing with the DE?
So it'd probably be easier if I explain it because it is what the bill's doing as well, but I'll note that the DE is what the Senate added to their bill, I believe, on Friday, and we are fine with it, and the BCA is fine with it as well.
All right, so let's adopt the DE1, and then we'll go from there. Any discussion to the DE1? All in favor of adoption of the DE1, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion prevails. Okay, so to your bill as amended, Representative Moeller.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Chair Scott, and members of the committee. So currently, the BCA is required to post to its website all public data from officer-involved death investigations within 30 days of the end of the appeals period. This bill modifies that requirement slightly by requiring that the video of the incident, only the video that shows the events leading up to and of the incident, have to be posted within 30 days. As Superintendent Evans will explain, there are a lot of body cam videos these days, and a lot of them are things that aren't as relevant to the incident. And so this really just simplifies that process. It's still, those other things would still be available. They just don't need to be posted to the website. And with that, I'll turn it over to Superintendent Evans.
All right, thank you. Welcome to the committee.
Thank you, Chair Liebling, and thank you, members of the committee, for considering this bill. As Chair Moeller explained in this process, what we're simply trying to do is...
Oh, excuse me, need to state your name. I forgot to ask you to do that.
Yeah, I should have known that, Chair. I apologize. I am Drew Evans, Superintendent at the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, is what I lead currently. And so I thank you for that reminder, Chair. What this does is it limits the amount of information that needs to be posted on our website. We support, and in the interest of transparency and the public interest in officer-involved death investigations, that all of the information get posted on our website. What we've encountered as we've been working to try to comply with this law is there's a lot of what we're referring to as extraneous video. A lot of law enforcement agencies now will have their body cams running from the time they enter a crime scene to the time they leave. It's really not documenting anything of interest that the public wants to see. It's them providing perimeter security, a variety of different things. And so what we're trying to do is limit those videos that they still retain their data classification under 13825 with body cams and other video, but what we would be required to post is those circumstances, as Chair Moeller noted, surrounding the events leading up to it, the actual use of force, and then a short period after that occurs until medical attention is often provided, and then it would be cut. The member of the public can still make a request after the fact. It would go into our normal queue for complying with data practices requests. What's happening is oftentimes, as you can imagine, there's a lot of movement with body cams. We have to redact them by hand because most of that data is private data in terms of other people that might be captured, and so we have to blur them. That is just taking an extreme amount of time for us to do, and we're not meeting that 30 days. The vast majority of the public and people interested in these cases want to see the information we can get to relatively quickly. The full file, the interviews, the photographs, the transcripts, the reports, and the video of the actual incident. And so we'll get that up within that time frame. I'll just note for the community, we have 9 people full-time that their sole job is to work in compliance with data practices requests at the BCA, and they cannot keep up because of the volume that we're seeing. So this is what we consider a fairly small modification that, again, remains that. And the amendment that was offered in the Senate clarifies exactly the circumstances that are to be put on the public website and is a little cleaner, and then also ensuring that it's clear that nothing in this is circumventing Chapter 13, our Minnesota Data Practices Act, so that it's very clear that the data classification remains the same. And so with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you very much. Are there any other testifiers with you? Okay, so is there anyone from the public who wants to testify on the bill? Please come forward. Welcome to the committee. Please state your name and go ahead.
Madam Chair, for the record, my name is Rich Neumeister. I'd like to thank Dana Goetz, Drew Evans, and Senator Carlson and Representative Mueller for taking the amendment. The amendment was done to make sure that all data is available to the public, as you said, after the tragic death of Mr. George Floyd back in 2020. This is a good bill. It helps, it keeps up transparency, sunshine. So, Madam Chair, I thank you very much, and I thank those parties that I said for cooperating for clarity of language. It's important.
All right, and did you state your name for the record?
Rich Neumeister, my
Okay.
name is.
Thank you. Okay, is there anyone else who wants to testify on the bill? All right, seeing none, member discussion. Representative Fraser.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Rep. Mueller, for bringing the bill. And Superintendent Evans, I just want to it's just a comment. Thank you for continuing to be an open and willing partner to work on this, to do what's best for your department, also what's best for the community and the public, and access on this data. So thank you.
Thank you. Other comments or questions from members? All right, seeing none, final words, Representative Mueller.
It's a good bill. Please vote yes. Thank you.
Okay, tell you've got experience here. Okay, all right. So Representative Mueller renews her motion that House File 1354 be re-referred to the Public Safety, Finance, and Policy Committee as amended. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion prevails, and the bill is on its way. Thank you.